Dr. Raj, many congrats on the launch of your new book, A Diary of a Common Man. So, my question here is, who is the common man here? Is it you, or is it the reader, that is me? Because when I read one of your chapters, I didn't understand, should I look it from your lens or should I look it from my lens?
No, no, when I wrote it from my angle because they're all my experiences. From my range of experiences, I paused at 50 episodes, 50 moments, and I reflected, and they turned out to be 50 chapters. Now, they're all very common ones, offering me very deep insights. So, that is the very purpose of actually writing this book called The Diary of a Common Man. So, why did I write? And in fact, I mentioned this in my initial remarks in the book itself that when I am such a common man and these are very common experiences, why should I write and why should someone read? So the whole idea was I went through a beautiful experience of pausing at various moments and reflecting and deriving that deep sense of insight. So if that were to be my experience being a very common man, I thought there are many people like me who can also derive that depth of perspective from their own experiences and their own lives. So primarily the why I wrote was for myself, but why should someone read it is for themselves.
Thank you for clarifying. In fact, I must tell you that I just read 2 or 3 chapters and then I felt I should also take a pause in my life so far and at least start making some notes of what are the key episodes that turned me as a professional, that changed me as an individual. So your book, more than reading, for me it's more of reflection, and I must thank you for that.
I'm so glad to hear that because that has been the feedback that is coming to me. Wonderful. That some very young people to very very senior, very accomplished people are also saying that some parts of the book made them think and pause, and it made them very emotional, and it also encouraged them to relook at some of the choices that they made. I'm overwhelmed with this kind of a feedback because when I was writing, I was really considering them as very common experiences with deep insights. But I never understood or never imagined that a very common diary can have such kind of a profound impact on the readers. Very glad to hear that.
That is amazing, a lot of impact. So far, Dr. Raj, I'm sure hundreds of copies have been dispersed and a lot of people started reading, and I'm sure tens of people started reaching out to you after something touching them. If I were to ask you a couple of very heart touching compliments or resonances that someone had, can you recollect something?
I think there are many, but I think a couple of them were, I felt, very overwhelmed. I never even thought my book deserved that kind of a praise. One very senior person actually stated that your book must be a recommended text for, all the management students. So that was like, wow, whether my book has that kind of a depth. So that was like a wow moment for me. The second one was once again a very senior person who said, your book made me so emotional and nostalgic. Mm-hmm. So I thought the book was about me, but as you mentioned, possibly while reading the book, a person experiences their own life, they relive their own moments, and maybe that made that person very emotional. I never even thought that it could touch someone at such a personal and deep kind of a level. So like this, I think it's very heartening to receive such kind of appreciation for something that I never thought of turning it into a book. It was more of my diary, but now I think it's impacting many people.
If it's impacting so many people, you must seriously consider writing more and capturing more of your experiences, and we look forward to maybe one more book. I don't know, but
Yeah.
We look forward to it.
Certainly, it's motivating,
Yeah.
but I think I need to have more discipline to work on my next book.
Hmm.
Yeah, let's hope so.